So this is my Prince story. I got married in like 1982 for 3 months. It wasn't a big deal. It was a big deal, but it wasn't a big deal. But anyway, I was on my way to my honeymoon in Santa Barbara, and my new husband worked for Warner's, and he had introduced me to Prince at Warner Brothers before Prince was really Prince. I mean, his name is Prince, so he was always Prince, but he wasn't Prince. Anyway, he was in this, it was like a little kind of cocktail party soiree, and he took me over and introduced me to Prince, and Prince was very quiet and very much in the corner, and I sat down with him and I talked to him for a minute, and not very talkative, and I said, you could kind of feel this vibe, you know, you knew that there was greatness there, but he wasn't talking. So I finally said to him, well, you're gonna have to learn how to talk more, because you're just gonna have to, because I am a social butterfly and I am now going to mingle with the rest of the party. So, nice meeting you, bye-bye. So I go off and, you know, do the rest of the thing. I didn't see him again for several years. So anyway, on the way to Santa Barbara, this song comes on, and my husband Kim says, he looks at me and he goes like, what are you doing? Because he can tell that I'm like, I'm humming, I'm writing a song to Prince's song, but I don't know it's Prince. And I go like, I take 1 second, I go, who is this? And he says, it's Prince. And I said, well, I'm writing a song to Prince's song right now in my head. And he said, well, you can't do that because it's a Prince song. And I said, no, I'm doing it right now. My head is like a typewriter. It's happening. And so I said, we need paper and pencil, and we need to record it on a cassette, and then we need to go back to Los Angeles and go to a studio. So that was it. That was the honeymoon. U-turn, straight back to LA. And I went into Sunset Sound, which we've already sung about in Bellflower, and I took just the very small band, like 4 or 5 people, and the girls, and we recorded it. And it was really good. And I got to a point where I had to say, okay, hold up everybody. We have to call Prince, because we can't just keep working on Prince's song without Prince knowing about it. So I called everybody I knew, management, agents, everybody. I said, does anybody have a number for Prince? And everybody's like, no. And I'm like, well, you have to get it. So finally, an hour later, somebody walked in with a number. So I called the number. The phone answers, and somebody says, hello. And I go, hello, Prince, this is Stevie Nicks. And he says, hello, Stevie Nicks, this is Prince. Then, of course, I'm dumbfounded. Then I don't even know what to say. So I go, well, Prince, I have to tell you, the reason I'm calling is because I heard your song that I love, because I just started writing another melody and lyric on top of your track. I'm sure he was going like, and I think it's really good, and I would really like for you to hear it, because if you hate it, then it's over, it's no problem. And I said, are you in like Minneapolis, in the frozen tundra with the Twilight people? He said, no, I'm in Los Angeles. I said, can you come over to Sunset Sound? He said, yeah. And he said, I'll be there in 20 minutes. So I'm like, okay. So I put the phone down, and I tell everybody, and we're all like truly terrified. And so when he comes in, we're all like standing like this, you know, and we're like the lineup. And he comes in, and we're all so freaked out, we don't even know what to say. So he finally says, okay, well, show me what you got, play it. So we play it, and he loves it. My friend, he loves it. So I said, well, would you like to play on it? And he said, yes. So he went out and he played some synthesizer, and he played some keyboards in the middle, and he played a little bit of guitar, and this took under an hour. And then he said, you know, I love it, Stevie. Keep in touch, send me a tape, let me know how it's going. Got people to see and places to go. And off he went, and I walked him out to his car, and I swear, if my memory serves me, it was a purple Camaro. A purple Camaro. And he got in his car, and vroom, off he went. And I didn't see him again for a couple years. And that song, Stand Back, became like a massive hit. So the riddle is, is that Stand Back was written to Little Red Corvette. Anyway, now that he's gone, I couldn't be happier that I actually stole that song from him, driving along in the car on the coast of Santa Barbara, because it became a link between him and I, and it did make us fast friends for a very, very long time. And Prince was always worried about me, because I was somebody to worry about for a long time, and he worried about me all the time. So now that he's gone, I know that first of all, he's standing right here, and he's still worrying about me. And sometimes, when I'm really nervous and I walk out on stage, I will just say, "Prince, walk with me." And he does, and I can just feel it. So anyway, that's my Prince story. Okay, moving on.